host Michelle Burgess on behalf of Case Western Reserve University's Women in Tech. We'll be joined by Dr. Umit Yalcinalp, who works at Oracle. She's a software architect, and she's only one of 18 women that holds the IC6 designation. Oracle holds over 130,000 global-wide employees, and we're excited and fortunate enough to chat with her. Thanks for joining us in today's segment. Talking about women in tech is very important to you, and you create true realities about women in tech. Share your perspectives and things that you've talked about and how you view women in technology.
The woman in technology is not about technology, but is all the other life choices that impact your place in technology. That's what I believe. And the honest story has to be told. You're going to get sick, you're going to be laid off, or something bad is going to happen to you. You're going to be, look at the reorgs in a company. People get reorged all the time. They think that, oh, I have a great portfolio. I am going to make it. I'm going to make it to a manager. I'm going to make it to a senior software engineer. I have all of this. Boom, the reorg oils, because you get a new manager. Nobody knows anything about you. So all of a sudden, what do you do now? That the whole aspect of it, here's my step, here's how I'm going to get there, has to accommodate for that dynamic environment and the question as to how you're going to survive in that environment.
What have been some of the pitfalls that you've encountered, and how have you pivoted and adjusted to keep climbing?
I'm not sure that I climbed. I never considered myself climbing, but well, I've been trying to do things that I like to do, or the kind of roles that I was more drawn into. I should just say, the kinds of the things that happened to me that really affected me on a career-wise was I got laid off. You think that it's all about you. You have failed in a major way that you were in that selection criteria. Sometimes you're selected because you're making the most money in that department. Sometimes you're selected because you're the most senior person in that department. There's a lot of other stuff that goes into that package, which is not necessarily about you personally, or it might be more of a strategic decision that's applied to an entire department or an entire division that you have no control over. My next job was, I'm an extroverted person, despite the fact that my advisor was not very impressed with my presentation skills. Originally, I actually like to go and get everybody inspired and excited and then pull them into the thing that what I'm doing. And so I said to myself, well, that's an aspect I like. I like to actually work with other people. And not only that, I like to be the speaker for the technology. So what kind of a job can I do for this? This was just right after I got laid off. I said, I'm going to look at the world in an entirely different way. I remember the selection criteria was, they have given me, this was at Salesforce, they have given me a presentation that one of the executive leaders was given about the platform. And I knew something about the platform. And they told me, here's the slide deck, talk over it. It's a slide deck that I have never seen in my life. I had to make it up because the task is they are looking at how you can think on your feet very naturally. And I passed that test. So I said, okay, this is actually indicates that I will be able to communicate, think on my feet, and be able to actually adjust what I'm doing based on the feedback I am getting from my, environment. So it gave me confidence that I could actually do this.
Has COVID impacted any of the work that you're currently doing, or your teams, or the structure? Has any of that needed to be adjusted?
The thing that COVID has taken away from me personally is to be able to, for example, see my direct teammates on a one-to-one basis and have coffee with them, or have a a conversation outside the realm of work. That kind of, how to say, social interactions do not happen anymore. And that's it's true for everybody who's working from home. That aspect of the workplace has been eliminated. I think that has brought much more stress to people. In order to break that, I actually put times in my calendar so I can go and take a walk in the neighborhood or do something else. I'm away from work because we tend to really think of spaces give us that kind of a break through life stages. Now everything is at home, everything is work, which is not that desirable.